Hi everyone, it's me again, Brandie Michelle Peters, multifaceted creative and digital entrepreneur. And in my last video, I talked about my theory about why a lot of creatives are lonely. But today I want to talk a little bit more about how you can resolve some of that loneliness by revealing yourself as the beautiful, creative, innovative leader that you are and connecting with people in a genuine way so that they can feel connected to you and you don't have to feel lonely. All right, so there is a little secret truth about people like you and I, the forward-thinking, innovative, entrepreneurial types. Throughout our lives, we've often experienced a lot of rejection or being misunderstood. Sometimes people steal from us, betray us, copy us. People are nice to our face, but sometimes talk about us behind our back. That happens to us because, to be honest, as creatives, especially authentic ones who are not suppressing ourselves, to regular people, we often come across as a lot. And we also tend to activate people. I say activate instead of trigger because I think trigger is overused, but we do tend to activate things in other people because one of the things that's important to remember as enlightened individuals is that not everybody is where we are in our development journey and our self-awareness. For a lot of people, other people are still just mirrors to how they feel. And sometimes when they encounter somebody, it activates a feeling in them that's not a positive one, that they are not yet ready to heal, explore, address, or make changes. Instead, they just know there's something about you that brings up something unaddressed in them and activates them to respond in a negative way. That's where the rejection comes from. That's where the betrayal comes from. That's where the misunderstanding, it just is the consequence of not just being creative, also being somebody who is giving themselves permission to express themselves in this world where the majority of people are not doing that. What they are doing is they're just trying to fit in and get by, and they're suppressing authenticity to protect them, which is what we all tend to do because we want to be accepted by communities, not cast out. It's part of our human design. We do this so that we can be safe. So it's just a survival method. But if you are living outside of that and you are somebody who is authentically expressing themselves, you're activating a lot of people around you. And that may make you feel sometimes that there's something wrong with you. And over time, you may feel like you too need to suppress parts of yourself in order to be safe. But the consequence of doing that for you is that you're aware enough to know that you are doing it. And one, you maybe have kind of evolved past wanting to catch everyone up to speed, wanting to explain yourself, wanting to come to their level, a level that you feel like maybe you've outgrown. And you're not doing this because you have an inflated ego. Oftentimes it's the opposite. It's because you have kind of suppressed your ego. You're not taking any type of self-esteem for yourself. Now, how this relates to your ability to connect with other people can be summarized in this one phrase of thought. The connection you're craving is inside of the vulnerability you are avoiding. So if you are afraid to be vulnerable, meaning tell people the truth about yourself, maybe something in your story, maybe something relatable that many people can understand because maybe it's a universal experience. If you're avoiding vulnerability because emotions or seeming too emotional is something that you feel like you need to filter yourself on, then you're going to really struggle to connect with people, even if internally you actually have a lot of depth and a lot of desire to be part of a community. Vulnerability is a great connector because it's a kind of dance we do with others. I give a little, then you feel safe, and so you give a little, and then we find our common ground through that dance, through that give and take. But whether you are a creative entrepreneur or just a regular person who's kind of developed a shield to protect yourself, vulnerability can feel very uncomfortable. For you, someone else being vulnerable might feel activating, which is interesting to examine because while you both crave the connection to break through on, both people engaging are avoiding being vulnerable, then that's what's going to put the wall up. And because that's happening at a massive level, that's largely why we have an epidemic of loneliness. So with that said, if you are craving genuine connection and you want to get real and be authentic with others, even if it doesn't feel completely comfortable right now, or you have a bit of hesitation because maybe in your past you did that and it didn't go well, listen, I understand. I've been there as well, but not everyone is like that. And the safest place for you to be is with other people who understand this exact feeling. So I would love to invite you into my Facebook group, Enlightened Entrepreneurs. I know Facebook, kind of old news, but trust me, it's cozy in here, it's comfortable, and we are creating a beautiful, safe space for creatives and entrepreneurs like yourself. And this is my personal invitation for you to join us. Thanks for watching until the end, and I'll see you in my next video.